Hello, guys, and welcome to Football Fan Den UK. So tonight we are here for a live stream for the Premier League. We've got Leeds taking on Manchester City at their own ground. So obviously that chucks up the possibility that there could be a Premier League upset. We're also going to be keeping an eye on the SPFL tonight, guys, because the Scottish Football League is very much a part of Fan Den as well. But obviously, it's quite difficult to get Scottish games to stream. But we'll be keeping an eye on what's going on up there in Scotland in the SPFL. Quite a few games up there tonight. So we are watching the match watch along, as I say, for Leeds v Manchester City. But along the way, we will also be keeping an eye on the score results in Scotland. So yeah, if you're just joining us, guys, please do hit that like button, drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you guys. Plenty of football to come, and plenty of football that's already kicked off the festive festive period, should we say? So yes, be this one hopefully is going to be an interesting game, guys. I've actually been looking forward to watching a Leeds game at home this season because they are obviously very much the underdogs when it comes to the top half of the league. But at their own ground, anything is possible. They can create an upset, and I'm sure they're going to be looking to do that tonight, taking on Manchester City. So we're just seeing the players are coming out, guys. I'm just going to bear with me a second. Sorry about that, guys. It was just bringing up the screen so we can see. Obviously, I can keep you guys up to date with what is going on up in Scotland along the way as we watch Leeds take on Manchester City. So the players are just lining up. So the game should be starting in a minute or two, guys. So just quickly bring you up to date with what's going on up in Scotland tonight. We've got quite a few games up there. Most of the SPFL are playing tonight, the Scottish Premiership at least. Anyway, we've got a late kickoff, obviously 8 o'clock kickoff for Celtic Hibernian. But the games that have already kicked off up in Scotland is St Johnstone playing Hearts, and that's still 0-0, 14 minutes gone. So all of these games are going to call out about 14, 15 minutes gone. Livingston 0-0 with St Mirren. Dundee United 1-0 up against Ross County. And Kilmarnock 0-0 with Aberdeen, and Rangers 0-0 with Motherwell. So that brings you up to scratch with where results are up in Scotland. And as I say, guys, we'll try to keep you up to date with that as we keep an eye on the main event tonight, which is Leeds taking on Manchester City. So I'm just going to see if I can bring up the teams for you guys. Sorry, bear with me, guys. I'm just trying to find. Just trying to find the team news for you guys, if I can. So just bear with me a second. There we go. So yeah, just bear with me a second, guys. I'm just seeing if I can find the the team news for you guys to see on the screen. So if I'm just distracted for a minute, that's why. What do I look for on this? I didn't see that. Right, there we go, guys. I've got it now. Sorry about that. So we should be able to share that on the screen now. Oh, there we go. There we go, guys. That's better. You can see. You can see what's going on there. The team news. I'll just leave that up so you guys can see it. So as you can see, Leeds playing in a 4-4-3 formation, and also Manchester City playing in a 4-4-3 formation. So it's going to be potentially an end-to-end game with them, both of them formations. It's obviously Leeds playing at home, so they're playing brave with the 4-4-3 formation. I would have expected they maybe would have tried to play a stronger midfield to make things easier for themselves defending against Man City, because we expect. So we expect Leeds to be a bit more defensive minded, but they haven't. They've gone with more of an attacking formation. So fair play to them. Just like I said, just that could be a mistake, but only only time will tell as the game progresses. So guys, we're a minute into the game, and it's proving quite a scrap up to now. Uh, Man City have had an early chance on goal, but nothing much came of it. But now Leeds, Man City on the in possession at the back. Apologies if I'm a bit not with it, guys. Just racing to get started tonight, so sometimes don't have a lot of time to give myself the right preparation time to get on the stream. So sometimes I have to feel my way into it in the first 10 minutes when I come on the stream. If you get what I mean, but yep. So just bear with me if I'm not quite at my best in the first few minutes of this stream. But hopefully I'll get my flow in the next minutes ahead. So long ball cleared up the field for Leeds as Man City look to press. Man City having the majority of the possession in this early stages, as you guys might expect. Just having a ball forward from the back to front for Man City. And now we've got the referee blowing a whistle for a foul. On, I think that's Mahrez that's been brought down. So, guys, 3 minutes in, and we just got a set piece for Manchester City. It's about 30 yards out. It's chipped in, and It fell to a Manchester City player, but he was unable to do anything with it. I think it was Haaland. But Leeds putting him under pressure defensively, and he didn't manage to get the ball under control properly, and Leeds clear it up the field. Now Man City back in possession, midway inside their own half. Just passing it about at the back, as you might expect, guys. Man City obviously are very much a possession-based team, so as you might expect, they're having large portions of possession at the back. Leeds now on the attack as they get the ball back off Manchester City, but their first attempt to get forward is thwarted, and now they're back in possession on the far side. Cross comes in, goes through a lot of bodies, comes out the other side, and Leeds looking to pick it up again. And now we have got a stoppage on this near side for a foul. Just a foul on Grealish. He's the master at it. You begs the question, doesn't it, guys? Why did Gareth Southgate not play more for England in the World Cup when he can draw fouls like that? But Man City back in possession now, midway inside their own half. And we probably expect a lot of this through the game with Manchester City being in possession at the back, guys. As we know, they're very much a possession-based team. Now Grealish on the ball on this near side. Passed back to the back line and switched out to the far side for Manchester City. Mahrez on the ball as he then passes it back again to the defence and receives it again. A late tackle, but the referee has waived the play to continue to give the advantage to Man City. Now Man City switch it out to this near side. The Leeds fans trying to create an atmosphere. A long ball forward to Haaland, but falls straight into the keeper's arms, and Leeds back in possession with the keeper at the back. If you're just joining us, guys, please do hit that like button. Drop your comments in the chat. Be great to hear from you guys. We'll come to the chat as and when we get the opportunity during the game. See what you guys are saying. So Leeds goalkeeper long ball forward. Falls to a Man City player. Man City player passes it forward. And now Manchester City on the attack on that far side. And on the edge of the box, and Kevin De Bruyne with a shot, but it's just over the bar. And that was a good effort, but like I say, he never quite got the angle right. Stevie, how's it going, mate? Hi, guys. Should be a good game. This, hopefully. Like I say, obviously we know that Man City, very dominant team. We're going to expect to see an element of that tonight, where Man City dominate possession. But hopefully Leeds will give a good account of themselves. We know that they are a good team. They like to scrap it out. They like to make life difficult for the opposition. And they're not intimidated either. You know, they're obviously, you know, they've still got plenty of improvement to do to stay within the Premier League. But they are a club or a team that will not be intimidated by stronger teams. They will have a right go. So expect, hopefully, that this will be an interesting game as it progresses. So yeah, thanks for that, Stevie. City just picking up possession at the back after a throw-in. Leeds just had a very rare opportunity getting forward, but unfortunately didn't manage to keep possession as they attempted down that far side. And Manchester City back in possession, as I say. But yeah, thanks for that, Stevie. Appreciate that, mate. And hopefully, like you say, it'll be a good game. Joey, how's it going, mate? Good evening, Fanden. Good evening, Joey. How's it going? Good to see you, mate. Hope you're well and enjoying the Christmas break. Obviously, some people might have had to go back to work today, with it being classed as a normal weekday, but we are still technically in the Christmas break period. So Man City in possession on this near side. They've just lost it to Leeds, and now Leeds looking to hit Man City on the counter-attack. But they're claiming a foul on this near side. as they lose possession to Man City, and now Man City move fast to switch the ball out to that far side, and Man City bring it back inside into midfield. So they're now currently midway inside the Leeds half of the pitch, just passing it around. That's so ironic, isn't it, guys? Leeds fans are singing about Man United. Um, and they're playing Man City, but they're singing about Man United. Sorry about that, guys. Just switched my sound off by accident and just adjusting it in my ear. So yeah, 9 minutes gone, guys, and it's still 0-0. Just bring you up to date. If you're just joining us, please do hit that like button. Drop your comments in the chat. Be great to hear from you. We may have a guest fan on at halftime. Richard possibly could be joining us at halftime. I'm not sure. He's not let me know if that's definite, so we'll have to wait and see. But hopefully, he might be. Just to let you know what's going on up in Scotland. Not much to report in the game just at the minute. St Johnstone 0, Hearts 1, Livingston 0, St Mirren 0, Dundee United 1, Ross County 0, Kilmarnock 0, Aberdeen 0, Rangers 1, Motherwell 0, and Hibernian 0, Celtic 0. So that's just bringing you up to date. We will be keeping an eye on what's going on up in Scotland today, guys, as we stream the Leeds v Manchester City game. Leeds in possession now out on that far side, looking to push forward, but pass back to their own defence to try and obviously keep possession. Manchester City having large portions of the early possession in the first 10 minutes, and they've tried to switch the play out to this near side, and then ended up losing out with pressure from Man City, who regained possession. So, Joey, if you're still there, mate, what's your thinking on Liverpool's win at Aston Villa the other day? That was yesterday. Sorry, was it yesterday? I'm losing track of my days up to now. I think it was yesterday, wasn't it? Or the day before. I can't remember, to be honest. One day is blaring into another at the minute for me. But yeah, if you're still there, Joey, let us know your thoughts on Liverpool's win against Villa. I didn't actually see the game because I think I was streaming another game at the time. But yeah, obviously Liverpool back to winning ways the other day. So yeah, if you, like I said, Joey, if you want to let me know your thoughts on that, that'd be great to hear from you, mate. Man City back in possession with the goalkeeper Edison at the back. He's actually coming out a bit in this game, guys. He's coming out to receive the ball. That might be something that Leeds could potentially take advantage of as the game progresses. If Edison continues to come out like that, he's going to potentially leave an open net for Leeds to take advantage of if they can get the ball forward quick enough to take advantage of that possibility. But yeah, as Man City are in possession, Edison coming right out of his goal area. So, like I said, we'll have to keep an eye on that. So ball out. Edison passed the ball out with the Man City using the sweeper keeper method, but it just kind of backfired on him there as Edison passed the ball out to the far side, and his pass wasn't very accurate, and it went straight out for a throw in to Leeds. Leeds back in possession as they pass the ball back to the goalkeeper, who then makes passes the ball up the field, and now Man City regain it and try to pass through Man City's defence with Haaland, but the keeper is quick to react to it. Leeds back in possession now on the far side. They're struggling to get forward at the minute, Leeds, to try and to probe down that far side when they get the opportunity, but Man City are pressing them every time they get into Manchester City's half. They're coming under pressure from City, pressing the ball and keep pressing from the front, so to speak. And it's making life difficult for Leeds to actually try and get forward. But they're still trying, and now Leeds on this near side. Pass back inside to midfield. And Leeds now in possession just on the edge of the Man City box, but they pass it back under pressure from Man City. They're still in possession. Just switch the play back to midfield as they then pass back to defence to try and keep possession. You've got to see probably a bit of that for Leeds tonight as they try to keep some possession, because it's so difficult for any team to keep any kind of possession against Manchester City. As we know, they're very much the masters of possession in the Premier League. So you've really got to try and scrap to keep any kind of possession against them, to try and give yourselves a fighting chance to get anything against them, basically. We're having the Leeds manager going nuts on the touchline at the minute, guys. He's not happy with the fact that Leeds have not been given a decision. Or that I think he's not happy that Grealish has gone down. Jack Grealish has gone down quite softly on this near side in a 50-50 challenge. I think that's what the Leeds manager is getting quite upset about, that that Grealish looked to go on, basically fall over quite easily. So as you can imagine, the Leeds coach very animated on the touchline. Cross comes in for Manchester City. But it goes past all the players, and I think it's gone out on this near side for a throw-in. If you're just joining us, guys, please do hit that like button, drop your comments in the chat. Be absolutely great to hear from you guys. All fans, welcome to come and get involved on Fanden. We're not a club channel. We are very much a fan channel. So we want you guys to feel welcome to come and get involved. Leeds now in possession with a goalkeeper at the back. I will come to the comments in a second, guys. So please do feel free to drop your comments in. Leeds now in possession on this near side, but a missed time pass has resulted in Manchester City picking up possession. It is proving a bit of an end-to-end game so far up to now. But Manchester City now back in possession, but slowing the game down at the back as they pass it about between the defenders, and now switch the play out to this near side with Jack Grealish getting a difficult time on this near side. He's having a bit of a scrap with the Leeds players on this near side. So we'll have to continue to keep an eye on that and see how it develops. But yeah, he's not getting it all his own way. Man City under pressure at the back from Leeds. And that's what Leeds need to do more of. If they're going to get anything out of this game, Man City passing it about at the back, trying to keep possession. But Leeds just did a fantastic job of trying to press them from the front, and that was really good. I've not seen many teams actually try and do that to Manchester City, other than Liverpool, who have obviously shown that it can work if you press them from the front. Leeds just tried it and didn't actually have too much success with it, but it did make Manchester City panic a little bit, which you don't see very often. Guys, like I say, please do feel free to drop your comments. Be great to hear from you, and hit that like button. We're just having a stoppage now for a foul, 17 minutes in, so it's perfect time for me to come to the chat and see what you guys are saying. Joey's saying it was Monday, mate. We won 3-1, was a good match. Yeah, like I said, I probably meant to mention it yesterday, mate. It was just obviously just doing so many live streams over the World Cup and recently going into Christmas. I'm just kind of losing a bit of the track of the days of when exactly the games are, mate. So my apologies. But yeah, I knew you got the win. I couldn't remember the score, to be honest. So thanks for reminding me of that, Joey. But yeah, was just wondering, obviously, what you think. Obviously, I presume you watched the game, mate. Do you think did Liverpool show like they're kind of got their mojo back, if you get my meaning? Because before the World Cup, there was kind of playing a little bit unpredictably, if you know what I mean. There was like one game where you saw the Liverpool you'd expect, and then the next game you'd see like kind of a nervous Liverpool, or a Liverpool that kind of just, I don't know, just not clicking right, as we know they can do. So it was obviously, I watched them play Manchester City, and they played absolutely fantastic against Man City. Quite unlucky not to get not to at least draw the game to take it to extra time or penalties, whatever it is they do now. There's still extra time, isn't there? I think in the League Cup. But yeah, like I say, mate, I didn't see the Villa game, so I'm just curious to how you think they play. Do you think they're going to be better in this second half of the season to how they were in the first half of the season? Because as we know, when Liverpool play well, they can click and they can be awesome. But they're just in the first half of the season, we've seen a slightly different Liverpool than we've been used to for the last 2 years, 3 years, whatever however you want to consider it. So yeah, just thought I'd ask Joey if you don't mind letting me know your thoughts on that, mate. So we're just waiting for the game to be restarted. We've got a free kick for Manchester City. I'd say it's probably about 40 yards from the Leeds goal, and it's Mahrez standing over the ball. Joey was buzzing. Good to hear that, mate. I'm not surprised. Yeah, like I said, I'm hoping Liverpool do start picking up the points to climb up the league. Obviously, not too sure if you guys are going to be able to challenge at the top this year now with the disappointing start to the season, but definitely want to see Liverpool continue to play in Europe, because I think, for me anyway, whenever I watch Europe, it's always Liverpool. It's one of the most enjoyable teams to watch, because they do take the competition very serious, and they always have ambition to reach the latter stages. I'm not saying other clubs don't have that ambition, but Liverpool believe there's something special about Liverpool when they play in Europe, and I think it's always nice to see UK nations giving a good account of themselves in Europe to give a good account of our league and our football structure within the UK. So Man City in possession as they wasted the opportunity from the free kick, and we're now seeing another stoppage as Jack Grealish has gone down, holding his back. I didn't actually see the challenge that created that then, guys, so my apologies, but just going to see the replay now. Grealish trying to break forward, and he's just got a tackle on him from a Leeds player, and it was his leg that he's took. So I don't know if Jack Grealish has fell funny. I think that's what's happened. I think he's fell because as he's rolled over, he's kind of rolled over and bounced on his back as he's as the challenge came in. But he's holding his back as he's sitting on the pitch. So let's hope that that's not anything too serious. I think it was. I don't think it's so much the tackle that's actually made him feel the jolt of that. I think it's more the fall from the tackle. So fingers crossed, he'll be okay. We're just waiting for. I think he's just getting some medical attention at the minute, guys. Just at the minute, the camera's just showing Guardiola quite animated on the touchline. I'm not sure why Manchester City are complaining about the physicality of Leeds. They're doing a lot of complaining to the referee about the physicality of Leeds. But come on, we all watch football, and what are these teams that teams that are struggling? Manchester City want to be so dominant, then they've got to expect that teams that like Leeds are going to make the game more physical. They're gonna, that's their advantage. That's the one of the few advantages they've got to try and get a result out of a game like this, is to do that, to make the game more physical. So why Manchester City are complaining so much about it is quite surprising, really, because we've just seen Guardiola quite animated on the touchline complaining about it. But he's a professional manager. Surely he should plan for this. Surely he should be preparing his players to know that Leeds are going to make it physical. So Leeds in possession now, deep inside their own half as they steal possession off Man City, but they only managed to get it up to the halfway line before they lost possession again to Manchester City. And now Manchester City in possession at the back and looking to move down the far wing with Stones pushing forward, but Stones passes it back. And now they switch the play out to this near side, and Grealish is on the ball. Just this is the problem with Man City. They keep possession so well, don't they? They don't go forward unless they see an opening or an opportunity. Otherwise, they'll just pass it back to the defenders, and we're seeing a lot of that at the minute for Man City. And Leeds just boxed in a bit at the minute, guys, so not much to report. Joey saying, bet it's hard to keep track of everything. Yeah, it is. It is, Joey. It can be, especially with all the social media stuff and the preparation, making thumbnails, stuff like that. It's kind of why I'm sticking with the live streams at the minute, because it's easier to make an impact. I want to obviously do more video stuff in the future, but the problem with video stuff is it takes that much time filming it, doing all the preparation for it, editing it, making picture edits to add into it. There's just so much work involved, and I'm happy to do that. But obviously, that will just slow down the progress of the project. So it's better that I try and do what's going to help the project move forward a little bit faster in the short term, and hopefully, as the numbers increase and we get more fans interested and getting involved in the project, then hopefully that will then give me the more reason to actually spend that large amount of time on videos to bring you guys more content. But plenty of stuff to come in the future. But yeah, mate, it is a bit of a. It is a bit, does get you a bit dizzy sometimes, because you've got to think going out, doing my normal job, then come home and switch back to Fanden. And believe me, guys, Fanden in itself is like a full-time job. I've been sat up so many nights really late, catching up with stuff, replying to messages, doing edits, preparing stuff for the next day. It literally is a full-time job. So I will be very happy in the future when I can finally put my full focus on just Fanden without having to manage the balance of doing Fanden and a full-time job, which is what I'm currently having to do. But hopefully, like I say, in the future, let's hope it calms down. Leeds have now just picked up possession at the back of Man City, wasted an attempt to get forward. And now Leeds have just picked up possession, but given it away so cheaply with a chip forward that just fell straight into the possession of Man City at the back, who are keeping their Leeds boxed in currently. It's all in so far in this game, guys. It's all in the Leeds half of the pitch, the majority of it. We've seen very little action in Man City's half of the pitch up to this point. But Leeds trying to stay compact, and they now pick up possession on this near side, and under pressure from Man City, it's gone out for a throw-in. I don't think the TV companies will be happy. Kyle Walker's just pulled one of the cameras down off the touchline, so I'm sure the TV companies won't be too happy about that. Just to bring you up to scratch, what's going up in Scotland, guys? We're just reaching the half-time mark for some of the games up there in Scotland. It's currently St Johnstone 0, Hearts 2, Livingston 0, St Mirren 0, Dundee United 1, Ross County 0, Kilmarnock 2, Aberdeen 0. Rangers 2, Motherwell 0, and the slightly later kickoff, which is Hibernian Celtic. That's only 30 minutes in, and it's currently Celtic 1-0 up in that game. Guys, if you're just joining us, please do hit that like button and drop your comments in the chat. Be absolutely great to hear from you guys. All fans, welcome on Fanden. So we're just having a stoppage at the minute, guys. Not sure exactly what for. The referees giving Cooper, the Leeds player, a bit of us talking to. So now Manchester City back in possession on the halfway line as they look to push forward. Lewis out to Mahrez, and Mahrez brings the ball back inside. And City now with the ball out to Grealish on this near side as Grealish tries to cross the ball into the box, but it's deflected away from a corner from good defending from Leeds as they stay focused. So De Bruyne taking the corner on this near side for Manchester City. Corner comes in and it's straight to the goalkeeper. So Leeds back in possession now. That was a bit of a wasted corner, that, guys. Bit of a wasted opportunity there for City. But I'm sure that we won't see too many poor corner kicks like that from De Bruyne. We know that he's great, a really good player at delivering the ball. So I'm sure he will get his eye in, so to speak, as the game progresses. Leeds in possession on this near side with a throw-in. Leeds now long ball forward, and it's cleared back by Manchester City, which probably won't make Pep Guardiola happy. We know he doesn't like his players just kicking the ball long like that. We've seen him quite animated about that in the past. De Bruyne in possession. Oh, and it's a good opportunity for Manchester City, but De Bruyne there looking to break forward as he broke through the midfield, running straight forward towards the goal, but was tackled quite heavily by one or two of the Leeds players, but he still managed to pass the ball onto Haaland, but Haaland not managing to quite get his shot off under pressure from Leeds defender closing the space, as well as the Leeds goalkeeper coming out to make the angle difficult. So there's some good defending there from Leeds, but they're going to have to keep their focus because that's the kind of opportunity that Man City normally would expect them to score from. So another corner for Leeds. For Man City on this near side, but this time it's not De Bruyne taking it. It's I think it was Gundogan taking that then. Corner comes in and it's gone past everybody and out outside the box. And now it's a second corner as City take it short. And now the cross comes in. It's headed clear by Leeds, but only as far as the City players just on the edge of the box. City now with another cross into the box, and it's right deep at the back post to Grealish. Grealish trying to slide onto the end of that, but he's not managed to get his body position right, and he's just ricocheted off his foot and gone way over the bar. But Manchester City definitely looking to turn the screw on Leeds. But Leeds there with some good defending to keep Manchester City at bay. Now Leeds in possession with a keeper long ball forward, which I don't think that's a good tactic for Leeds to use tonight because they're just going to keep giving possession back to Man City. But they've managed to keep it, and now Leeds with a rare opportunity to get forward. They're inside the Man City box. Cross comes in, but it's blocked into a whole amount of Man City players who blocked it, but Leeds still managing to keep possession. And now out on the far side, under pressure from Man City players, and they lose it. But Man City forced to kick it out for a throw-in. So Leeds now on with a throw-in on the far side literally about 10 yards from the corner flag, guys. So we could possibly see a long throw opportunity here. If you're just joining us, guys, please do hit the like button and drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you, and I'll come back to the comments in a minute. Long throw comes in, and it's fell to Ginotto, but he's just blasted it high and wide. Leeds need to have a bit more composure when they're on the ball. They're just some of the players a little bit wild so far, which is to be a little bit expected because obviously this is their first game back after the World Cup. So you'd expect they're just going to take a little bit of time to feel the way in. But obviously taking on Leeds at this stage of the season when they've only just coming back into the season is a tough ask for anybody. But Leeds not doing too bad so far, holding their own, just a bit sloppy when they're in possession. And I would definitely be suggesting, if I was in that Leeds dressing room anyway, I'd be suggesting that the goalkeeper stops with the long balls forward or tries to pass them out more to the left and the right to give Leeds a chance to maybe getting behind City's defence, because every time the Leeds keeper is passing it forward, he's passing it long ball forward straight up to the halfway line, and a lot of the time it is falling to the City defence because, as you know, guys, City play with a very high press and like to keep possession as well as keeping a high line, and that makes it difficult for any of the opposition they play to get out. So, like I say, the keeper needs opportunity for Manchester City on the far side as they come in with a shot, but it's the keeper that manages to block it. But it gives Man City another opportunity, but they waste that, and the ball ends up in the keeper's arms. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Joey's saying, do you have a prediction who will win the league? Oh, that's a good one. It's tight up to now, isn't it, mate? It's really tight. Obviously, Arsenal at the minute looking really well, but I expect they're going to have some kind of slip up along the way, which will probably give Manchester City that opportunity to close the gap on Leeds. On Arsenal. I'm going to say with my head, it'll probably be Manchester City. I don't want it to be Manchester City because they've won the league that many times over the last few years. It'd be nice to see another club win it, but I just can't see that. I just find it difficult to see that Arsenal will do enough to keep in front of Manchester City as the games come thick and fast as we progress through the season. So for me, Joey, I know Arsenal are doing fantastic at the minute, but I think that the pressure will build on them. They will slip up at some point, and that will give that little opening that Man City need to close the gap on them. So I think, and I'm thinking with my head here, not my heart, I'm thinking Man City will probably close the gap on Arsenal, and they will probably win the league. But I'd actually like another team to win it if possible, mate. I don't want to see Man City win the league again, preferably. But like I said, you asked me the question, and I'm saying it with my head and not my heart. If it was my heart saying it, then I'd be saying Newcastle, because I would love to see Newcastle pull off a shot, because nobody expects them to win the league this season. Yes, as they continue to improve and build and they get better players and the new owners invest more cash, we will expect them to be up there competing for the title. But at this moment in time, I don't think anybody quite expects them to be in the title race. So if they did manage to do it this season, it would be quite a big shock, wouldn't it? So I suppose for the underdog mentality, it would be nice to see Newcastle win it. But that's me just looking at it from the underdog mentality. But like I say, mate, I think it'll probably be Man City that will come out on top by the end of the season, unfortunately. I've nothing against City. It's just I don't like seeing the same team keep winning the same trophies over and over. Man City need to, they want to be classed as one of the biggest and the best. They need to get their act together and start winning in Europe. For me, and that's how you make that claim. So yeah, Leeds in possession now out on the far side. They're looking to get a cross into the box, and the cross comes in, or cross shot slash cross slash shot comes in, but it falls straight to Man City's players. Leeds, when they have got forward, they've been really poor at getting the ball to their own men, and I think they've also been poor at getting men forward. Maybe just a bit of nerves, and they're not wanting to push too many men forward, and leave themselves exposed at the back. Because, like I say, when they have had a couple of occasions where they've got forward, there's been not many Leeds players in the box for the attacking player to pass the ball to create an opportunity. So, and that, like I said, that's because of the way Man City play, putting that pressure on Leeds to leave men back, to keep it tight at the back, just in case Man City regain possession and break quickly. So, yeah, it's a difficult ask for any team against Man City. But as we're seeing tonight, Leeds definitely struggling trying to get men forward on the few occasions where they do get the opportunity to create something going forward. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Joey. Thanks for that, mate. Great question. Who obviously right back at you though. Who do you expect to win the league? Give me an answer with your heart and your head. I want to hear who your head is saying and who your heart would like to see win it. So yeah, if you could share that one with me, Joey, that would be awesome. And a cross comes in from a free kick from De Bruyne. He's trying to think a little bit different there. He's actually crossed it right across in front of the defensive line inside the box, and the ball comes straight to Grealish, who tries a one-touch to take a shot on goal, and it goes high and wide. So just seeing a little bit of evidence that even Manchester City not quite got their best shooting boots on at the moment. So plenty of time for them, obviously, to find their mojo, as we would expect. But right now, they're just struggling a little bit to find their best, the goal-scoring boots, if you like. Stephen Allen, good question, Joey. Do you, Stevie? That's a bit random, mate. You just stopped. Do you? I thought you were going to carry on with something there. I think you mean to say, who do you think, or something like that. But yeah, thank you very much, Stevie. I appreciate that, mate. Joey's saying, obviously, I would love Liverpool to win, but Arsenal are doing so well. Yeah, it'd be great to see Liverpool up there. I think, like I've said previously, mate, I think when we see that Liverpool have a difficult domestic season, which they're having at the minute, they're not difficult, but they're just not at their best. But normally that motivates the players to go and do it in Europe. Every time, I mean, obviously you're a Liverpool fan, Joey, so you probably know better than me. But I've watched a lot of Liverpool over the years, and I know whenever they've seemed to have not been at their best in the league, they normally use that as motivation to go and do better in the Champions League. So I'm expecting some really strong performances from Liverpool in the Champions League when it returns. Because, like I say, even if they pick up the form and get back to winning ways and manage to improve their domestic form, it's mainly going to be to get back into them Champions League spots. And obviously, that's a minimum requirement for Liverpool. So I expect that Liverpool probably going to take the Champions League a lot more seriously now. Like I say, I don't know whether it's something psychologically or what. I'm not sure, mate. Let me know if you think the same. But for me, definitely, whenever Liverpool not doing as well in the league as we would expect them to, they normally use that to motivate themselves to do well in Europe. And Man City now on the attack, ball chipped in by Grealish. Maris trying to get on the end of it, but he just didn't quite get his footing right, and it's gone out behind for a goal kick to Leeds. So 42 minutes gone, just coming up to 43 minutes, guys. Still 0-0. Leeds doing quite well, to be fair, to keep the score 0-0. With not making life easy for Man City, although Man City had the majority of the chances so far. Long ball up the field for Leeds from the goalkeeper, and it's into the middle of the park. Bit of a coming together with the players scrapping for the ball, and it results in a throw-in for Leeds. And now Leeds take the throw-in and pass back to the keeper, who then switches the play out to this near side, and now it's gone out for a throw-in to Manchester City. Man City take the throw-in and start to build again from the back. They're just John Stones looking to try and create some pressure for Leeds down that near side. John Stones, I've seen him trying to get forward a few times in this game already, which is a bit strange, a bit unusual for a defensive player, but maybe that's a tactic that Man City are trying to use tonight. City now in possession with a few 1-2s in the middle of the park as they press forward, ball into the box, and it's kicked clear by Leeds, as Leeds then pick up the ball midway inside their own half, and now a ball forward yet again. Leeds, this is what they're doing. Their passing forward is so poor for Leeds. They're just not accurate with their passing forward. And now Man City back on the attack inside the box. Shot comes in from Grealish, and Grealish definitely not got his goal scoring boots on tonight. He's had 3 or 4 opportunities now, and all of them have gone high and wide over the bar several times on a number of occasions now. So I think Man City might want to rethink passing it to Grealish, because, like I say, he's had a few great opportunities now and wasted them with shots over the bar. Let's get an opportunity to come to the chat while we just got a stoppage in play. Joey's saying, Joey's saying, suppose we can't keep our eyes off Newcastle. Yeah, like I say, mate. I'm sure in future seasons we might end up not liking Newcastle with the riches that they've got, and the imbalance that it might create in the league. But at the minute, obviously, they are still very much in the underdog category as far as the league's concerned. And City with a shot. The goalkeeper did well to keep it out, but it ricocheted back off the goalkeeper and back into the feet of an oncoming Man City player, and he's managed to tap it in. And I think it's, I'm not sure who actually tapped that in, because there was a few bodies in the box at the time. But yeah, that was really unlucky for Leeds. The goalkeeper initially managed to save it, but sorry, I'm just watching the replay, guys, to see what happened. Yeah, the shot came in, goalkeeper down low to save it, but it ricocheted back off him. Didn't manage to get it under his control, and another Man City player running onto it has tapped it in. And the goalkeeper did manage to get an hand to it, but not managed enough to keep it out. And it just the ball just literally slid under the goalkeeper's hand and straight into the back of the net. So there goes the full-time whistle. Oh, sorry, the half-time whistle, guys. Leeds will be really disappointed to concede that late goal in that first half. They were doing quite well, managing to keep Man City at bay, managing to keep them out. But they'll be really disappointed to concede so late in that first half. And now, obviously, that makes the team talk very much a very much different team talk for the manager of both teams. So yeah, absolutely, Joey. I totally agree with that, mate. Ethan Dixon is saying, "Who do you want to win?" No, to be fair, mate. Obviously, I try to be neutral as much as possible, but obviously when it comes to Manchester City, I can't help but want the underdog to get a good result against them. And I would definitely like to see Leeds stay up in the Premier League. I think they're a good addition to the Premier League. Their fans are very passionate. Um, and also, they've got a lot of history within the Premier League, as well as history with a lot of the Premier League clubs as well. So for me, like I say, most of the time I stay neutral, and I am pretty neutral tonight. But you know, as a football fan, I'll be honest, I would like to see Leeds get a result against Manchester City. So yeah, hopefully there it gives you an answer there, mate. And thank you very much for coming, getting involved, Ethan Dixon. Great to see you, mate, and appreciate you coming, getting involved in the chat. Let me know if you've got a preference, who you would like to see win the game, mate. If you're still there, obviously. Joey's saying, looking for Leeds win. Who do you? Who do you? Who do you, Ethan? I'm not sure. It's weird. It's weird, isn't it, guys? How sometimes people come in, drop a question, and then just go. It's a bit unusual, isn't it? You'd think they at least stick around for an answer. But yeah, sorry about that, Joey. Like I say, I think Ethan has just literally dropped in, asked the question, and then disappeared again. So yeah, not to worry. But appreciate at least he's at least made some effort to come and get involved. But like I say, would expect if people ask a question, they would want to hear the answer. Billy, random clips, 1-0. Fair enough, mate. I'm not sure if that's meaning the score is 1-0 or you meaning you would like it to be 1-0. I'm presuming from what I can see from your next comment that you might be a Man City fan. Is that right, Billy? Random clips. Are you a Manchester City fan, mate? Appreciate you coming, getting involved. Always great to see new faces in the chat. And yeah, mate. Obviously, Man City with a good goal for give them a lead. Obviously, they were wanting to claw the points, as many points as possible to close the gap on Arsenal. So yeah, like I say, it's it's like I say, it's going to be interesting to see how this second half turns out, with regards to whether Leeds can do anything to change the score. Because I think obviously them conceding that goal is going to force them to come out a lot more and actually try and play football and get forward. But hopefully they don't do it too much too early in the first half and leave themselves exposed at the back. Because it'd be a bit disappointing to see Leeds. Sorry, it would be a bit disappointing to see Man City run away with it in this second half if that is what happens. When we see that Leeds have given a pretty good account of themselves in the first half, managing to keep it 0-0 for the majority of the half, just unlucky in that last few minutes where they just didn't quite manage to keep Manchester City at bay, conceding that late goal. Stephen Allen, hi Billy. Absolutely. Thank you, Stevie. Appreciate you making new fans feel welcome. That's really top of you, mate. And Billy, random clips replying. Thanks for that, mate. Thank you very much for saying hello, Stevie. Stevie is the little magician in the background doing all the magic to try and keep the chat positive and respectful for you guys to enjoy talking football and avoid the spam and the haters. So yeah, thank you very much for that, Billy. Random clips, always, like I say, always a pleasure to see new faces in the chat. Billy Random Clips saying, I support Chelsea. All right, cool, mate. Cool, Chelsea fan. I'm not sure. Obviously, we've had quite a lot of fans drop in on random streams. I can't remember coming across too many Chelsea fans, though, so far. I know I've come across a few on social media that I spoke to, but not too many on the channel up to now. But we are still quite a new channel, so it's going to take a while for for fans of all clubs to find us and discover what we're about. So yeah, but obviously, very great to see. great to see a Chelsea fan come and get involved. So thank you very much, Billy Random Clips. A pleasure to have you involved, mate. And like I say, what's your thoughts on the season up to now for Chelsea? What's your expectation? And are you happy with things so far as the new owners have took control of the club and what they've obviously it's still early days yet. They've only had control of the club for what I think about 4 or 5 months, something like that. So we still obviously got to see that, give them time to see what they do. But what's your thoughts, if you're still there, mate, on the new owners so far and what few bits and bobs they've done within the club? Be great to hear your thoughts on that, mate. Billy Random Clips is saying, if anything, I'm never on City's side. Well, that's fair enough, mate. Obviously, Manchester City, you being a Chelsea fan, you guys always potentially competing with Man City, so it's understandable. And to be fair, I don't have anything against any teams. I try to be as respectful as possible. But I am one of them kind of fans where I like to see underdogs win. I like to see different teams winning competitions. I don't like seeing the same team winning competitions over and over. And we've seen a lot of that from Man City. They've dominated the league with regards to winning the league. And they've also dominated the Carabao Cup as well. So for me, when it comes to City, I would like to see them have some success in Europe, but domestically, I would like to see other teams start winning it. And I don't care what other teams, as long as it's just different teams that win it. It's not good for the league if we keep seeing Man City just dominating it all the time and winning it. We know they don't dominate it as such, because we know that, because there's plenty of teams within the league that can give City a game in any random game. There's plenty of teams that can match them. But obviously, just City being quite dominant with the consistency of performances, and and they deserve some congratulations for that. That's fair dues. As football fans, we can respect that. But as a football fan, I want to see the competition competitive, and it's going to be more attractive to the rest of the world if different teams are winning it. And it shows the power of Premier League, of English clubs as well. If different teams are winning it, and then when you get UK clubs English clubs, particularly playing in Europe, likes of Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, even, then the European clubs are going to fear playing against English clubs, because they see how competitive our league is. So yeah, for me, I'd love to see more clubs winning the league rather than just Manchester City. So like I say, I am rooting a little bit for the underdog tonight, and hoping that Leeds can pull off some kind of shock in this second half. Joey's saying, with you there, Billy, laugh out loud, I'm a Liverpool fan. Obviously, you guys are going to get on well, because especially when it comes to Man City anyway. Obviously, you guys both seeing your club as rival clubs to Manchester City, and rightly so. So yeah, it's understandable if you guys are looking at it that way. So yeah, thanks for that, Joey, top man. Billy Random Clips is saying we need a midfielder realistically. All right, so yeah, within the transfer window, it's going to be a tough one, mate. It's going to be interesting to see what the new owners do with regards to attacking the transfer window and bringing players in. But I'm just saying it's going to be a tough one, because I said it last night, guys. With Arsenal up there, and we didn't expect it. Newcastle up there, we didn't expect it. And we know that Man City can spend money. We know that Chelsea can spend money. We also know that Liverpool can even spend money, as well as Man United. So that is 6 teams that are going to be going out in this January transfer window and looking to recruit the best players available. And we've never seen that many top Premier League clubs potentially competing for the same players. And that's what we're going to see, guys. So we could see one of the most exciting transfer windows we've seen in years, with regards to players coming in and to the Premier League. Because like I say, there's potentially 6 players that can compete or are going to be looking to compete for the best players. And I guarantee you guys, Newcastle definitely going to be looking to take advantage of their position because they've built just simply built a hard working team at the minute. It's not got too many fancy players in it. They've just got a hard working team. But obviously, that's Newcastle being realistic and recognizing that they're probably going to struggle to compete in the transfer window with the other clubs, and the fact that they obviously top players would want to be in a club that is potentially going to be competing in the Champions League. Newcastle have now got themselves in that kind of position, so now they're going to be able to use that to their advantage to try and attract that better player that they've been looking to attract and struggling to attract. So, like I say, I guarantee you that Newcastle are, I pretty much guarantee you Newcastle are going to try and take advantage of their league position as they enter the transfer window, because we know that in the summer they were linked with a lot of top players, but they're just a lot of the time they were just getting dismissed because those top players want Champions League football. So, like I say, I expect Newcastle definitely to be making strong statements in the transfer window, but with the likes of Man City's financial power and Chelsea's financial power, and also Liverpool, we can never write Liverpool off because we've seen that they're prepared to spend big money if they identify the right player that they like. So and obviously Man United, we know that they chuck money about like it's toffees sometimes. Not always spent the right way, but we know that they're prepared to spend it. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting transfer window, guys. Very interesting. It's going to be potentially one of the most exciting transfer windows we've ever seen with at the top end of the league, with so many clubs able to potentially go out there and spend good money on top players. But there's only so many top players out there, and that's where the problem's going to lie, guys. We could just see it mean that the price of players just ramps up even more. Billy Random Clips is also saying, I'd like to see Arsenal win it this season because I don't want City to win it again. Absolutely, mate. Yep. Like I say, for me, any team winning it other than City, I'm not bothered who wins it as long as it's any team other than City. So yeah, absolutely, I agree with you there, mate. I'm not bothered whether it's Arsenal, Newcastle, Leeds, Liverpool, or Chelsea. Whoever wins it, any team can win it for me, just as long as it's not Man City. So yeah, absolutely agree with you there, mate. Sorry, guys, just clearing my throat. If you're just joining us, please do hit that like button, guys. It'd be very much appreciated. We are quite a new new YouTube channel. Just trying to get more visibility and let more fans find us. And obviously, you guys can help with that by hitting that like button because it just helps more fans see us in the YouTube algorithm. And also, guys, drop your comments in the chat. We want to hear from you. We are not a club channel. We are a fan channel, and I'm trying to build a channel that you guys are welcome to get involved in. But I can only get you involved if you make the effort to get involved. Like I say, we're not a club channel. We are a real fan channel, and I've got some big ideas for the future of the project. But for now, like I say, we are just simply doing a lot of live streams to allow fans to find out about the Fandom project. So please do feel welcome to get involved, guys, no matter what club you support. All fans are welcome on this channel because, like I said, we are trying to build a proper fan channel that actually involves fans and welcomes fans to get involved. So yeah, thanks for that, Billy. Random Clips. Like I say, mate, I do agree with that. Team's just coming back out in the tunnel, guys, so we should be getting a restart of the game in a couple of minutes. Just read the next few comments. Billy Random Clips is saying, I'll be back soon. I'm just gonna have myself a bath. No worries, mate. No worries. Hopefully see you again soon later if you're not too busy. But thank you very much for dropping in. It's a pleasure to have you involved, mate. And yeah, no worries. Hopefully, might catch you shortly if you've got time, mate. Thank you very much, as I say, for getting involved. Stevie Allen is saying, thanks for getting involved, Billy. Absolutely. Cheers, Stevie. Always, like I say, we just got to keep doing what we're doing, guys, and let fans know that we're trying to build a real fan channel here, and we don't discriminate against clubs. Any fans from clubs, fans are welcome from all clubs to get involved in Fanden if they want to. But yeah, thanks for that, Stevie, and thank you. Like I say, Billy, Random Clips, great to see you involved, mate, and hopefully see you again soon. So just seeing the players line up now for the start of the second half, guys. So the game's restarted, guys, and Leeds in possession now as they restart the game. So the ball's now we're back with the Leeds goalkeeper. Just getting my seating position better, guys, so I can see the screen clearer. Leeds now on the attack with the ball down this near side. And now they come back inside, but it's cleared by Manchester City up to the Leeds goalkeeper, who then passes it forward. And Man City pick up the possession with De Bruyne, who tries to keep it in, but is a bit of a wild shot from De Bruyne to try and keep it in, and it's gone out down the far side of the pitch. Down the far side of the pitch for a goal kick. The ball out now on this near side for a throw into Manchester City. Joey's saying, "Here we go again. Come on, Leeds, make my day." Laugh out loud. Nice. I like that, Joey. Nice one, mate. Obviously, there'll be a lot of fans, I imagine, tonight, looking, hoping, and fingers crossed. But I reckon there's a lot of fans out there that hoping Man City drop points tonight, especially if you're a fan of a rival club. But I expect there's also probably a few fans wanting Man City to get the comfortable win, possibly for betting purposes. So yeah, like I say, but I should expect to be. I expect you're spot on there, Joe. I imagine there's quite a few fans, like I say, that bit, suddenly temporary Leeds fans tonight. That's why we love it, isn't it? That's why we love the game. We love it for that reason. City now in possession with Mahrez on this near side. Mahrez coming back inside with the possession, and the ball comes back to the Man City defence as they keep possession, and now switch the play out to that far side. Now they're looking to get forward, but Leeds trying to make life difficult from pressing them, and a shot cross. I think it was shot slash cross came in, but the Leeds keeper has grabbed it out of the air, and the danger's passed for Leeds at the minute. Guys, if you're just joining us, please do hit that like button, drop your comments in. Be great to hear from you. I'll come back to the comments in a minute or so. Man City now back in possession, midway inside their own half. And they're just passing it about at the back at the minute, guys. 49 minutes gone. not much to report early in this second half, so I might as well just come to the chat. Brian Burker, how's it going, mate? Welcome to Football Fan Den. Great to see you coming getting involved. Always a pleasure to see new faces coming getting involved. Brian am I saying that right? Is it Burker or Barker? I'm not sure. Is it Burker? Let me know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, if you could, mate. Arsenal fan here. What you think about Newcastle? I think they have. I think they are under the radar, but could pose some trouble for us. Yeah, like you're saying, we were just saying a while ago that kind of the underdog at the minute. They're up there. Obviously, we know as they get their investment from the new owners, they're going to improve, and we expect them in future seasons to be competing at the top end of the league with the money that we expect them to invest in the team. But right now, it is a bit of a shock to see him up there doing so well, and you've got to give credit to Eddie Howe for the amazing job he's doing up there. But yeah, like I say, mate, I'm sure you are enjoying the fact that Arsenal at the top of the league. Sorry, guys, just break off here. Opportunity for Man City, Jack Grealish, and he's just passed it round the keeper to. So yeah, Jack Grealish just breaking into the box there, straight towards the keeper. The goalkeeper tried to close the space, but Jack Grealish was assisted by Haaland running alongside him on just the other side of the keeper, and Grealish just taps it across to Haaland, and Haaland has slotted it in the back of an empty net to give Man City a 2-0 lead in this one. So sorry about that, Brian. Obviously, yeah, I expect you are buzzing to be top of the league at the minute, mate. Your club surprising quite a few people this season, doing so well. Obviously, we know Arsenal are definitely a club that are capable of competing at the top. But yeah, after seeing a lot of Arsenal fans calling for Mikel Arteta to be sacked last season and the season before, I think he's doing really well, and especially considering he's had a lot of criticism from his own supporters, which is quite surprising considering he's an ex-player. But you guys riding high at the top, and it's great to see. To be fair, it's been a nice surprise to see Arsenal doing so well. A little bit unexpectedly, if we're honest. But yeah, with regard to your question about Newcastle as well, mate, they're causing big surprises at the minute, aren't they? I don't think anybody expected them to be that high up in the league. They're doing well, and like I said, you have to give credit to their manager for what he's achieving up there. He's doing amazing things with Newcastle. I think, like I say, you can never write off Man City when it comes to the title race. So I think Man City potentially going to give you a tough ask as well, mate. Because I know you got a bit of a points lead on them, but and I know you probably won't like to maybe hear it as an Arsenal fan, but I do expect that you're going to have a slip up at some point in the season, especially when you got to still go and travel to places like Anfield, where that's not been one of Arsenal's luckiest grounds to go to in recent seasons. So I expect that potentially you guys will have a little bit of a blip somewhere. Hopefully, not enough of a blip that it causes you too many problems. But I think it will be enough of a blip that it allows Man City to close the gap on you guys. But hopefully, you guys just manage to do enough to stay ahead of them as the season progresses. But yeah, with regards to Newcastle, we have to give massive respect to them. Like I say, the manager's doing amazing things up there, and it just goes to show what you can be achieved with the right manager in place who's got good people skills. Because you need, in this day and age, guys, you need good people skills to manage all these egotistical players. So yeah, Leeds now on the attack. We're breaking into the box with a nice bit of fancy play from one of the Leeds players, but not enough to get a shot on goal. And Haaland down on the pitch there, which looked like a bit of a soft tackle. He needs to learn that he's got to take the rough and tumble. As much as he's a top quality striker, he's got to learn to take the rough and tumble of the Premier League. Because, as I said earlier in the stream, guys, teams like Leeds are going to use the physicality to get their to try and even up their disadvantage when they play a team like Manchester City. So, like I say, Haaland is going to have to get used to that. But yeah, thank you, Brian. Burka, like I say, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, mate, but appreciate you coming, getting involved, and thank you very much for your comment. And like I say, let us know how you're feeling so far about Arsenal. If you're still there, mate, be great to hear from you. Man City now in possession out on the far side with Jack Grealish drawing yet another foul from Leeds. Which he's a master. He's a master at doing it, isn't he, guys? He's such a master at drawing the fouls. Guys, if you want to come and get involved on the stream, the link's on the top of the page. You can click the link and come on the channel with me. If you've got, if you want to come and share your thoughts on the channel on camera, you're more than welcome. The link's there. Or if you prefer, just drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you guys. Like I say, trying to build a real fan channel where you guys are welcome to get involved. Like I say, please do feel free to get involved in the different ways you can, guys. Throwing on this near side for Leeds. And they managed to keep... Oh, it's just getting that kind of that feeling at the minute. It's not going to click tonight for Leeds. Some of their possessional mistakes have been a little bit amateurish. They just had a corner and basically took the corner. They passed it to one of the Leeds defenders. The Leeds defender then passed it back to the Leeds player that took the corner, and he lost control of the ball very sloppily, and it ended up going back out for a throw-in for Man City. So a little bit of like I say, sloppy play from Leeds. It's kind of creating their own problems at the minute. Leeds now in possession on the far side, cross into the box, but it's blocked by Manchester City, who then regain possession and look to move back up the field, but not able to do so as they're coming under pressure from Leeds, pressing from the front, and Leeds putting in some unbelievable tackles all over the pitch. Man City there just trying to get in behind for the Leeds defence with Haaland, but as the pass was made, he was clearly offside, and the referee blows for the offside flag coming up. Leeds now back in possession on the halfway line as they look to try and keep possession under pressure from Manchester City. Now the ball on this near side with Leeds as they look to move forward, and a tackle comes in from Man City's player, and they've got themselves a free kick. I think it's midway inside the Manchester City half. Is it me, guys, or does the Leeds pitch seem to cut up very easily? Whenever I see the Leeds pitch, it always seems to cut up very easily. Now, long ball coming forward from Leeds from the free kick, and it's straight into a body of players, but then ends up ricocheting off somebody's head and ends up with a goalkeeper, Ederson, for Manchester City. So Man City now back in possession. Guys, if you're just joining us, please do consider hitting that like button and subscribe if you're new. Give the channel a chance, see if you like what we're about. And like I say, feel free to get involved. Drop your comments in the chat, or you can even click the link at the top of the page of the chat and join me on screen if you prefer. Brian Burkett is saying how I feel about Arsenal. I am still pinching myself. Just hope we can see it through. Yeah, I think you got a great chance, Brian. Absolutely, mate. I think you guys have done amazing stuff. I'm really impressed with Arteta and what he's done at Arsenal. I've got to be honest with Art when it comes to Arsenal. I speak to a lot of Arsenal fans, and a shot from guys, a shot from Manchester City from Gundogan, I think it was, but he was under pressure from Leeds defenders and kind of just couldn't get control of the ball, and it's gone high and wide. Like I say, mainly due to the fact that it was actually, I think it might have took a deflection off the Leeds defender trying to block the shot. So now we have a throw in for Man City. Brian, I'll come back to your comment in a minute, mate. I'll just see what happens with this corner. Mahrez to take the corner for City on this near side. Corner comes in and it's towards the near post. Man City managing to get the ball down and keep possession on the edge of the box of Leeds, but now they've lost it to Leeds. Leeds looking to get forward. And now we've got a stoppage for a foul on a Leeds player. So that will give Leeds a free kick midway inside their own half. Sorry about that, Brian. Sometimes, guys, I just have to break off from the comments if there's stuff going on in the game. You have to remember it is a match watch along. So some fans will be clicking in to know what's going on in the game. And I'm teaching myself to do this stuff, guys. So I'm trying to teach myself how to get the balance between doing the match commentary and involving you guys in the chat, because that is very much important part of the project. I want you guys to feel welcome to get involved in the chat on all streams as much as possible. Man City now back in possession deep inside their own half, and that is a perfect opportunity for me to come back to Brian's comment. So Brian was saying how I feel about Arsenal. I am still pinching myself. Just hope we can keep it can see it through. Like I said, Brian, I think you guys have done amazing. I'm impressed with Arteta. He's done a fantastic job under difficult circumstances, because let's be honest, when he first took over that first 12 months, a lot of fans saying he wasn't good enough, he didn't have enough experience, and quite a few of the Arsenal community being quite critical of him and showing impatience. And the reason I pointed out is because I've watched Arsenal Fan TV a number of times and heard fans on there saying we need a manager that's going to build us up. We need a manager that's going to bring through the youth, and we need to give them pick the right manager, give them time. And then as soon as the manager that you do get that can do that, has a few bad results, you get fans coming out causing, creating all sorts of drama, calling for him to be sacked, which I think has been a bit unfair. Because as he's shown, since he's now getting Arsenal back to winning ways, he did just need that time. He just needed that bit of time to get his ideas across, to get all the players on the same page, and also make a few changes, getting players in that were going to help the team moving forward and getting out the difficult players. So I think, like I said, I've been really impressed. And like I said, I hope you guys continue to pick up results and stay up there, because for me, I'm not bothered who wins the league this season, as long as it's not Man City. I'm happy for any team to win the league apart from Man City, and I've nothing against City. Like I say, it's just they dominated the league so much the last few years, winning it, that we want to show the rest of the world that it's a competitive league, and to do that, the best way to do that is have different clubs winning it. And it also makes it better for the rivalry as well when we see these teams play. Now, shot comes in from a free kick from Leeds, but it's blocked by the wall and ricochets over out to the far side. And now Manchester City pick it up pick up the possession and look to move forward. And now De Bruyne on the attack in midfield, and he switches the play out to Mahrez on this near side. And Mahrez passes it back to De Bruyne as Leeds managed to get enough bodies back. And De Bruyne brings it back inside. And now it's out to that far side. And a pass into the box onto Haaland. And Haaland taps it home from across from, I think it was Grealish that passed him the ball. And Man City now with a comfortable 3-0 lead. So it's not looking good for Leeds getting anything out of this game now. Brian is saying Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, Brian. As I was saying, mate. Um, like I say, it'd be great to see you guys win the league, especially if it stops Man City from winning it. So yeah, like I say, you guys are doing yourself really proud, and I'm really impressed with Mikel Arteta, and uh, and I'm impressed also with the team morale. And I was actually impressed to a certain extent with Leeds. Sorry, with Arsenal showing some great atmosphere at the ground. Because I've got to be honest, mate. And the one thing you know about me on this channel is that I always try to be honest with you guys. You might not always like what I say, but I do believe in being honest. And at least if I'm honest with you, you don't have to agree with my opinion, but at least respect it because I will always give you guys that same consideration. You're welcome to voice your opinions on the channel. I might not always agree with you, but I will at least respect your opinion. And that is one thing that is going to be a key part of the Fandom project is as people being feeling that they can give an honest opinion on things. And like I say, other fans don't have to like it; they just have to accept it. That's what true football fans do. Just at least accept somebody else's opinion, even if you don't agree with it. So yeah, for me, what I was going to say, Brian, was I was impressed to see a much improved atmosphere at Arsenal because I've not seen Arsenal for a while playing at home, to be honest. But I was impressed with the. In fact, I did. I think I seen you in the last time I saw you was in the Europa League, I think it was, and the atmosphere was a bit disappointing. But obviously the attendance was low in that competition, which I always find strange why Arsenal fans don't get behind the team in that competition until the latter stages, considering other Premier League clubs will still get a good attendance in that competition. But yeah, I was impressed with the atmosphere created by the Arsenal fans in the game the other night. You guys really got behind the team and created one of the best atmospheres I've seen at your place for quite some time. I'm sure you've had other good atmospheres this season. I've just probably missed those games, but it was great to see that camaraderie between fans and players, as there seemed to be a real togetherness at the club, and that's great to see. So yeah, pat on the back for Mikel Arteta as far as I'm concerned. Leeds with a free kick now out on the far side. Ball comes in, but it's deep, and it's I think Edison just getting a hand to it, and it's gone out on this near side for a throw-in. Was that actually dipping down? Yeah, that was actually dipping down where it actually might have just possibly. No, I think it was going a bit wide, but Edison taking no chances, gets a hand to it to make sure it clears his goal, and it's out on this near side for a corner. Leeds now to take the corner. Corner comes in, it's at the near post, headed backwards and into the body of melee of bodies. And it's gone out yet again for another corner on the far side, I think. But no, it's not. No, the referee has decided to disallow that corner and award a free kick to Manchester City. So, and quite a few of the Leeds players not happy about that. We're just going to see. Yeah, it did actually come off a Manchester City player, so it technically should be a corner. So that's a shocking decision from the referee. To be fair. You do get the impression sometimes these referees make decisions based on what they want, not what they see. It's like, oh well, you've had one corner, so I'm not going to give you another. What's that all about? If it goes out of the opposition, then it's a corner. It should be as simple as that. But yeah, like I say, we can we can debate the referees till the cows come home, can't we? And the shocking decisions they make. Sorry, apologies, guys. Don't look like Richard's joining us. For the second half of the game. I thought he might do. That's why I've used StreamYard tonight to give him the chance to come and get involved. Or is he? Just seeing that he's actually dropped a message in, so maybe he is available. I'm not sure. Just give me a second, Richard. Stevie's saying, bet you are, Brian. Hope the luck continues for you. Absolutely. Well said, Stevie. We definitely would love to see a different team win the league this season. Brian Berkey saying, Alan, yes, man. Chop. Thanks for that, Stevie. And yeah, Brian, I think a lot of fans are happy, even though you might not believe it. I think there's a lot of fans that are not Arsenal fans happy to see you guys doing well this season and competing at the top to present another challenge for Man City and not let Man City have it all their own way. Billy Random Clip is saying, I'm back. I'm feeling a lot fresher. Yeah, I bet you are. Yeah, I'm going to do the same myself once I finish the live stream, mate. Going to jump off and have a shower myself to freshen up after what has been quite a long day. Actually, it's been quite a long few days, to be honest. So hoping to try and get a good night's sleep tonight because I've been having a lot less sleep with working and doing the live stream. So it's been meaning I've been getting minimum sleep the last few days. So I'm starting to feel it a bit now. But hopefully, like I say, get to bed a bit earlier tonight. Fingers crossed. But yeah, good to hear you're feeling a lot more fresher, Billy. And thank you very much for coming back, mate. Great to see you come back and come get back involved in the chat, mate. Thank you for that. Sorry about that. Come on. Stupid. There we go. Come on, where is it? There we go. Are you coming back on? There we go. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. You could just see, I think it's brought up the league there. You could just see what that's done for the league if it stays like this. But yeah, thank you very much, Billy. Great to see you back in the chat, mate. And you hopefully you enjoyed getting freshened up, mate. Always feels good to go and freshen up in the shower and what have you. Rich Poe Sports, big man, Bucky. Greetings, Fanden. Is Pep betting better than Bobby Paisley? Bob Paisley. I loved Bob. Ooh, I don't know. That's like I said. I think I said it on last stream last night, mate. I think I said it on last stream last night, mate. I don't really look at players, managers, too much like that. Who's the best? Because we're just lucky to have great managers. So for me, Brian Robson was always a great manager as well. But I'm not really one of these kind of fans where I analyze who's the best. Because to me, as I said the other night, a lot of fans like to look who's the best player in the world and things like that. I don't look at it like that. I just look at it as, aren't we lucky to have so many great players and enjoy the talent that they've got? I leave it to other fans to debate things like that, to be fair, mate. But thank you very much for the question. It's just not really a question that's relevant to me. Rich Poe Sports. But yeah, just to let you know, if you wanted to, Richard, the link is in the description at the top of the page if you wanted to come on and talk. But if not, no problem, mate. Like I say, I've used StreamYard tonight to try and give you the chance to come and get involved if you wanted to. But yeah, for me, both Pep Guardiola, great manager, and Bob Paisley, a great manager as well. It would be, I suppose, one thing would be good. And sorry, guys, just to break off for a second. Leeds have just pulled a goal back. I actually missed that because starting to think that the game was just being played out. 72 minutes gone, and a corner coming in for Leeds, and it's headed in. It's a really good header. The Edison managing just to get across to it, but not enough to keep it out. And it's a really good header from Leeds. So Leeds not quite give up yet. They're still fighting to get something, and they've managed to at least get themselves on the score sheet. So it's currently Leeds 1, Man City 3, 73 and a half minutes gone. And it's Strujuka. Not a player I'm very familiar with, that scored the goal for Leeds. So apologies if I'm not pronouncing his name correctly. But yeah, sorry, Rich Poe Sports. Yeah, mate. I think they're both great managers. But like I say, for me, I'm not really one to compare who's the best. I'll leave that to other fans to debate that if they want to. For me, they're just both top managers. So yeah, Obviously, if you've got a preference, mate, let us know. That'd be great to hear from you. Um, if you have a preference of the two managers, but yeah, but like you said, Bob Paisley was a great manager. Um, but for me, I'm like I say, Pep Guardiola's a great manager. But if you want to know the kind of manager I like, it's more the kind of manager like Klopp. I like that kind of manager, charismatic manager. When I'm not being funny, but as great as Guardiola is as a manager, his press skills are quite poor. He always looks nervous. He always looks like he's on the defensive when he's talking to the press. And I understand why, because the press always looking for any kind of angle where they can make a headline out of it. So it's totally understandable why he would do that, why he might be that defensive. Whereas if you look at Klopp, he always looks more relaxed with the press, and he's also ready and prepared. He knows where they're going to try and trip him up, and he's very clever at noticing that. And he's also a very good man manager. He's very good at making players feel loved and appreciated. Joe, for me, Guardiola, as great as a manager he is, and yes, he is a great manager. I'm sorry, but he's not one of my favourite managers. And one of the reasons for that is the way he treated Joe Hart when he came to Man City and took over the club. I thought the way he treated Joe Hart was an absolute disgrace. You do not treat players like that. He wouldn't have liked it if he was treated like that. So why did he feel like he needed to come out and single out a player like Joe Hart? That, let's be honest, he had contributed to City's success up to that point. So did he really deserve to be treated that ruthlessly by the manager just because he didn't like the fact that Joe Hart couldn't adjust to the style of play that he wanted to play? That's fair enough. He didn't have to be happy with it, but he should have treated him better. And the way he treated him was an absolute disgrace. And for me, that is why, for me, Klopp is the better manager when it comes to the people skills and being likable as well. I'm not saying I've got anything against Guardiola. He's a great manager, but he's not very likable for his people skills as far as I'm concerned. And I'm sorry, but I can't forgive him for how he treated Joe Hart. I've never seen a manager come in and be so arrogant and so ruthless with a player that wants to play for him. If he didn't want to play for him, I could understand it. But Joe Hart made it quite clear he wanted to try and fit into Pep Guardiola's style of play. He made it quite clear he wanted to try to be an asset to the manager. But it was quite clear Guardiola had made his decision about him early on, and he wasn't going to change it. And like I say, for me, he was very disrespectful with the way he treated Joe Hart, and that kind of made me not a big. Well, it's not like I say, it's not. I don't hold a grudge against him, but I just can't forget it, and I think it's just showed the inadequacies in Pep Guardiola's skills. It's kind of like, if you can play my way, I'll love you, I'll put my arm around you, but if you can't, you're just scrapped and you're out the door. Well, that's not how you treat people. You don't treat people like that. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question to some degree, Rich Paul Sports. And thanks for that, mate. Billy Random Clips is saying referees in 2022 for you. Referees in 2022 for you. Sorry, Billy, I'm not understanding what you mean in there, mate. I'm not understanding. Are you asking me? Oh, I've just gone and caught that again. Another opportunity for Leeds. This. Come on. Sorry about that, guys. Just disconnected my earphones again. Billy Random Clips, referees in 2022 for you. I'm not sure what you mean in there, mate. Are you meaning best referees or good referees or what? I'm not sure what you quite mean in there, mate. If you could explain, that would be appreciated, Billy. Thanks for that, mate. Sorry, I'm not following your question. Joey is saying, Rich Poe, no, not yet. Well, like I say, yeah, I presume, obviously, yeah, Joey, fair enough. I don't like I say, you guys welcome to make what comparisons you want between players, managers, and stuff like that. I've no problem with that. But me personally, it's not really my cup of tea to be saying who's the best, who's this, who's that. I just love great players and great managers. And like I say, I've nothing against Guardiola, but I do favour Klopp slightly because I think Klopp's people skills are just so much better, and I like a manager that embraces the fans. And let's be honest, look at the way Klopp goes to the fans at the end of every game. He always goes and acknowledges the fans after every game, and that's the kind of manager I like. A manager that recognizes that we're all in it together and creates that togetherness within the club. So for me, as great as Pep Guardiola is, I think he's also got faults as well. But no, Bob Paisley is a legend, and I'm sure that Guardiola and Klopp in years to come will also be considered legends. So for me, they're all up there. They're all up there with the potential to be top high class managers that are remembered for generations to come. So yeah, but thanks for that, Joey. Obviously, you not thinking Pep is on Bob Paisley's level, but I'm sure we see with the tactics and how clever he is as a manager, but making his team work. I'm sure we're going to see better from Guardiola. I think for Guardiola to be considered one of the greatest managers ever, I think we need to see him. I think a lot of people are waiting to see him have more success in the Champions League. So yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Billy Random Clips is saying, "Do you support any team, Football Fan Den UK?" I do, mate. I do. My club is Bolton. I'm a Bolton Wanderers fan. But Fanden is not about my club. It's about you guys. It's about fans. I'm very passionate about fans and how they're treated in football. I think that it's taken for granted. A lot of clubs take fans for granted, especially the Football League system, the EFL, the FA, them kind of organisations definitely take fans for granted. So I'm very passionate about fans, and that is why I'm building a fan channel. And all fans are welcome, mate. Like I say, I love my club, but I love football more. And that's for me. That's the key thing that I always try and point out to you guys. Yes, I love my club. I'm loyal to my club, and I will always support my club. But I love football, and just because I'm a Bolton fan doesn't mean I can't love watching other clubs and other teams and just enjoy the beautiful game. So yeah, hopefully hopefully that doesn't bother you too much, mate. That I'm a Bolton fan, but yeah, that's my club that I support. But like I say, when I'm representing Fanden, a lot of the time you will see me trying to be as neutral as possible. Billy Random Clips is saying Leeds scored. It's a consolation at this point, but nice to see them grab a goal. Yeah, absolutely. And if they could grab another one, it would certainly help the balance, wouldn't it, mate? In the what's the you know what I mean, the goal difference stats. So yeah, like I say, let's hope that Leeds maybe can snatch another one before the full time whistle goes. 82 minutes gone, guys, and it's still Leeds 1, Man City 3. If you're just joining us, guys, please do consider hitting that like button and drop and subscribing. And please do feel free to get involved in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you guys. Like I say, we're still quite new on YouTube, so we're doing a lot of match watch-alongs at the minute to help the the fan community find out about fandom. So yeah. But yeah, absolutely, Billy. Let's hope Leeds can maybe possibly snatch another one, as I say, mate. Billy Random Clips, where they gave a free kick to City. You've lost me a little bit there, mate. Apologies. I'm I'm sorry, Billy. I'm not following you there with that comment, mate. My apologies. Um, if you could just explain a little more, mate. Um, or maybe you was commenting on something in the game and I've just missed it. So if I did, like I say, my bad, mate, my bad. Um, let's just try and get back to the game for the last few minutes. 84 minutes gone, and Leeds losing possession to Manchester City. Now Man City in possession midway inside their own half as they're looking to try and move forward. But maybe they've just took the foot off the gas a little bit. It looks that way, guys. As we, like I said, as we get into the closing stages of the game, 84 minutes gone. So we've only got 6 minutes. Excuse me, 6 minutes plus added on time. I think they just said then it's about 38,000 the attendance at Ellen Road tonight. So that's I think that's close to full capacity for Leeds. I think. Um, De Bruyne now in possession for Man City as he crosses it, switches the play out to the far side, and a cross came in, but it's deflected away from Leeds by Leeds, but Leeds not managing to keep the possession as they keep getting to a bit of a scuffle on that far side, and the ball ends up going out for a throw-in to Manchester City. City now with possession on the far side as they take the throw in and looking to get a cross into the box. Cross comes in, cleared by Leeds, but it's only cleared as far as the edge of the box. And now Man City look to move the ball backwards as they try and create some space. And now it's out again on the far side for another throw in to Man City. Billy is saying, love that. Are you meaning about what I was saying about the club? You asked me about. I'm presuming that's reacting to my club, what I said about my club, or what I said about the channel and why I'm building Fanden. I'm presuming that's what you mean, mate. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate the positivity and kind words. Billy also saying it was earlier. We won't talk about it anymore. No worries, mate. Sorry if you commented on it. Sometimes I manage to keep up with the chat, and sometimes I fall a little bit behind. But like I say, guys, I'm not being taught by no big mainstream media company. I'm teaching myself how to do match commentary and trying to involve you guys in the chat, and that is crucial. I've been told off other people just concentrate on the match watch along. Other YouTubers have told me to concentrate on that, but I will concentrate on the match watch along and try and give as much commentary as possible. But for me, it's important I involve you guys in the chat because, like I keep saying, we're trying to build a real fan channel where fans are welcome to get involved. So whenever I do match watch alongs, I will always keep trying to come back to the chat to keep you guys involved and allow you guys to share your opinions and your thoughts as games progress. So yeah. Like I say, but because of that, mate, I'm just trying to explain. Because of that, I'm teaching myself how to do that. I'm new to the YouTube thing. I'm having to, it's going to take me a little bit of time to master it, how to get the balance right between commentating and also interacting with you guys in the chat. But hopefully, with more practice, I will eventually, hopefully, as time goes by, we'll eventually master it. I hope, fingers crossed. So yeah. My apologies if I'm not always the greatest at keeping up with the messages, but like I said, just as I just explained, just trying to teach myself how to do this stuff, guys. If you come and sit on a camera doing this, you realise it doesn't come natural. It does take some effort to work at it. Leeds now in possession as they've, for once in the game, on the very rare occasion, they've actually got Man City boxed in a little bit here. in their own half. Throwing comes in for Leeds after a clearance by Manchester City, and now City back in possession as they look to get the ball up the pitch, but unable to do so as much as they would like, with Leeds pressing the ball, and now it's gone out on the far side for a throw-in, just inside the Man City half of the pitch, but not far from the halfway line. So 89 and a half minutes gone, guys. Still Leeds 1, Man City 3. I'm not sure exactly how much extra time we're going to have added on here. But yeah, long ball up the field as the throwing came in and ended up back with Edison, and he cleared the ball up the field. And now it's ended up with the Leeds goalkeeper up the other end of the field. As he looks to pass the ball out to the Leeds defenders, and they look to try and get the ball up the field. And now they're still managing to keep possession midway inside the Man City half, switch the play out to that far side, and now they're inside the box. Cross comes in, and it's Leeds player trying to tap it in at the near post, but under pressure from a Man City defender, and I think it's gone out for a corner on that far side. But yeah, a nice bit of play there from Leeds, trying to make something happen, trying to get another goal back. They're not giving up. Obviously, they know they're going to lose the game, but they're trying to at least get some goals out of it if they can to obviously help with their goal difference. 90, we're on the 90 minutes now. 5 minutes added on. Cross comes in from the corner, and it's straight into the goalkeeper's hands. And Edison keeps hold of the ball to allow the players to move up the pitch, and now plays it out to the defenders as Man City looks to move the ball up the field, but very slow as they're looking to now see out the game with only 4 minutes remaining of added time. And now Man City on the attack with De Bruyne up on the far side of the pitch. He switches the play out to this near side. And a bit of 1-2 between Mahrez and I'm sorry, I'm not sure who the other player is, but and now back inside for Man City, and over the top for Manchester City as they look to come inside, create another opportunity. They're inside the box. The ball's pinging about. Man City players trying to get a shot off, but Leeds blocking it with their defenders. And now De Bruyne with the ball out on this near side, looking to get a cross back to get the ball back in the box. And now we have a foul on this near side for a foul on a Leeds player. And I think that's the player that I'm not sure. What Palmer. That's why I don't know him. It's not a player I'm very familiar with. Palmer for Manchester City must be one of the youngsters trying to break into the team from the academy, because he's not a player I'm very familiar with. But let's be fair, guys. I don't watch Man City every week. so yeah, but City back in possession now, deep inside their own half of the pitch. They're just passing the ball about, and that's a perfect opportunity to come back to the comments. Billy, random clip saying, love that you're being as neutral as possible. Yeah, like I say, mate, as I'm sure you will discover if you keep getting involved in fandom. I try to be honest. I'm a very passionate football fan, but I'm passionate about football. Like I say, I love my club, and I always want to see my club have success. Of course, I do. But I just love football, and I'm not. I'm not. For me, I'm tired of seeing fans treated like customers in the football world, and that is why I have started Fandom. Well, it's one of the reasons why I've started Fandom. There's a number of reasons why I started Fandom, but that's one of them. I'm very passionate that fans should be given a lot more respect by the mainstream media and by the football authorities, because as you will probably see on future streams, and I've highlighted it before, without fans, football is nothing. You see this full stadium tonight, and the money that Man City are making and Leeds are making, that's because of you guys. That is why these clubs are so rich because of the loyal support that you guys show to your clubs, and money that you spend on merchandise, tickets, season tickets, going, standing, supporting in the dead of winter. You guys show amazing support and amazing loyalty to your clubs, and I don't think it's right that we're seeing a lot of clubs now starting to treat their fans like customers, and that's not right, because without the fans, the club is nothing, and the football league is nothing. And it's about time that organisations such as the EFL and the EPL showed more respect to that and showed more consideration to the fact that fans make the game what it is today. All this big money that we keep hearing about, that the big media companies like to use to highlight and create headlines on the back of their papers and on their TV stations, that comes from you guys. That's the reality. And like I say, for me, I'm very passionate that fans should be given a voice. We got players' unions. We got media companies having representation. Who represents the fans? The fans don't get no proper, true representation in football. And like I say, for me, that is why I'm building Fanden, to hopefully help real football fans that care about the future of the game have a voice in the football world. And like I say, it's early. I might not be successful, but I'm going to give it the best effort I can to try and achieve that for you guys, if possible. So there goes the full-time whistle, guys. It's finished. Leeds 1, Man City 3. Obviously disappointing for you guys that might have been hoping Man City would drop some points tonight. But at least Leeds gave a good account of themselves. Man City just too good in possession tonight. And I think Leeds a little bit, to be fair, a little bit unlucky as well, with the fact that first game back after the World Cup, and they're the first team to face Man City in the league, and that's a difficult ask for any team. We saw that Liverpool played them in the League Cup, in the FL Carabao Cup, whatever you want to call it, and even they struggled. They struggled to get their best form going, because that break of the World Cup we're gonna eventually be able to figure out how much of an impact it's had as we see the games progress. So, like I say, for me, I thought Leeds are a little bit unlucky to have to come back after the World Cup, and the first fixture they have to deal with is Man City. But hopefully they'll look at it on the positive. They've got that out of the way. They've given a decent account of themselves, and now hopefully that gives them some confidence to march it forward and start picking up points in the rest of the season. But thank you very much, Billy. Random Clips, appreciate your kind words, mate. And like I say, hopefully you like what the Fandom project's about. And like I said, really do appreciate your positivity, mate. Billy Random Clips is saying Ellen Road Stadium capacity is 37.8k, so it's quite full. Yeah, I just heard it. They might have actually said, I just heard the 30 and the 8, so maybe they said 37.8, mate, and I missed that actually thingy, because, like I say, trying to concentrate. This is what I mean. I got to learn how to get the balance between concentrating on what you guys are saying in the chat and also absorbing as much of what information I'm picking up from the game that we're streaming. So yeah, my apologies, Billy, if I didn't get that right, but I did. I did say it was about 38,000. So yeah, that would be full capacity. And to be fair, Leeds fans, let's be honest, guys, they always show amazing support to their team. That's one thing I do love about Leeds as a club. Their fans are very passionate, and they're very always very loyal and prepared to get out and support their team no matter where they play. And as you see, if you don't believe me, just go and watch some of the games when they were playing in the lower leagues, guys, and look at the amazing attendances that Leeds fans showed in away games. And then you will understand what I mean about them being passionate fans. But yeah, Billy, like you say, it looks like a full stadium tonight for Leeds. And to be fair, one thing that is also got to give credit to the Leeds fans for, their team was losing and they still stayed to the end. How many times do we see teams go behind and start to lose games, and you start seeing fans pouring out the stadium, leaving early, going home early. But we have to give credit to the Leeds fans tonight. They stuck it out. They stayed in the cold, even when they were losing, even when it was obvious they weren't going to get nothing out of the game. They still stayed loyal and stuck it out and stayed there to show support to their team. So massive respect to Leeds for that. So that leaves Leeds 15th in the table, and obviously, as far as Manchester City is concerned, it moves them up to second above Newcastle. So it's now Arsenal on 40 points at the top of the league, and Man City in second on 35 points. Both teams played 15 games. So we need, I think it's another, is it another? Yeah, it's another 3 games to be played by both teams before we're at the halfway point of the season. So, like I say, guys, we're still 3 games away from the halfway point of the season, and that kind of gives you a clue that there is still the possibility that the title race is well and truly got plenty of twists and turns in it as we progress. Let's hope it doesn't result in Manchester City winning it again this season. We don't. Obviously, from my point of view, you guys might want to. That's fine. I respect that if you do. But from my point of view, I would love to see a different team win the league this season after seeing Man City winning it so much in recent seasons. So, yeah, like I say, that win puts Manchester City up on 35 points, 5 points behind Arsenal, and pushes Newcastle down into third on 33 points. But like I say, Newcastle can be buzzing where they are anyway because they are definitely massively punching above their weight at the minute. We're seeing that Liverpool, obviously, with the win they got the other night, they're starting to close the gap on the top 4. So we'd expect that they're going to continue to probably try to continue getting points on the board to get them back in that top 4. So we're going to see a really interesting period in the second half of the season, guys, as the games come thick and fast, as well as I say, guys, if you can see, I'm expecting. Look, there's 7 teams there that we're potentially going to see trying to do some. Well, I say 7. All depends whether Tottenham do any business, don't we? Because we know that Tottenham not the most adventurous when it comes to the transfer window. But you would definitely expect Arsenal, Man City, Newcastle, Man United, Liverpool, and Chelsea all to be looking to strengthen their team in the January transfer window, and that could create one interesting and unique transfer window like we've never seen before. So only time will tell with that one, guys. We'll have to see. But like I say, we've got plenty to play for. With plenty of games still to come in the Premier League, and hopefully that sets up the rest of the season for some interesting twists and turns. And let's hope some of the other clubs behind Arsenal and Man City can close the gap and create a bit of a headache for Manchester City to make life more difficult for them. Like I say, nothing against City, just don't want to see them win the league again, and desperate to see a different team win the league, guys. Man City can go off and win the Champions League, got no problem with that. If they wish to win that, crack on. That would be awesome. But for me, like I say, I want to see a different team winning the league. So, guys, if you're just joining us, please feel free to drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you guys. Like I say, we're not a club channel. We're very much a fan channel. We're quite new. We're trying to grow and improve. We're trying to let more fans find out about us. And like I say, there's big ambitions. I've got a lot of ambitious ideas for the future of the channel to build a channel where fans can really feel that this channel is represents you guys. So yeah, But like I say, if you're just joining us, please do consider hitting that like button and get involved. Drop your comments in the chat. This is the channel for you to have your opinion heard. Billy, Random Clips, is saying, see you later, mate. I'll see you later. Thank you very much, Billy. Appreciate you getting involved tonight. It's been great to have you involved, mate. Always nice to see a new face coming, getting involved. And thank you very much for your amazing support tonight. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening, mate. Hopefully, you have a pleasant and restful night. And hopefully, I'll see you again on a future stream, mate. Guys, like I say, if you are just joining us and you want to have your say, please drop your comment in quickly because we'll be. I will be calling it a night very shortly. So if you have got any thoughts you want to share with us on tonight's game or any other games, you are more than welcome to drop your comments in the chat before the end of the stream. Stevie Allen saying, thank you, Billy. Absolutely, Stevie. Thank you very much for that, mate. Some great support and like I say, some great opinions as well from Billy. It looks like we found another really good football fan to get involved in the Fandom project, which is always a pleasure because that's what we want to see is more positive football fans come in to get involved. So yeah, so that's like I say, guys. Don't think we're gonna got much more to cover. So yeah, like I say, guys, I think we're going to probably call it right for now. It is a bit of a quieter stream tonight, as is expected, really. Some streams are, as I say, quite active. Some streams are a bit quieter. But like I say, there's not much. I think I've covered. I think I've covered everything that I can cover on my own towards the end of the game. So yeah, Joey's saying thanks, guys. I'll see you next time, mate. Thank you, Joey. Really appreciate your support, mate. Honest, you're a top man, and really appreciate the support you're showing and coming, getting involved in streams regular. Honest, mate. I can't thank you enough. It really is appreciated, especially with us being still quite early in the project and trying to get more fans to find out about us. But yeah, like I said, Joey, have a restful evening, mate. Look after yourself, and yeah, hopefully I will see you again soon, mate. And like I say, just one last time to say thank you very much for your support, mate. It doesn't go unnoticed, and it is very much appreciated. So, like I say, have a pleasant evening, mate. And I am going to call it a day there, guys, because not much more conversation coming in the chat. So I want to make a special shout out to Joey and Billy tonight, who have made a great contribution to the chat. Also, a new fan we've also seen, new fans we've also seen tonight in Billy and Brian, both new to the channel, coming getting involved. So that's always great to see. If you guys are new and you want to get involved, you are welcome, guys. This is a real, true football fan channel where we want you guys to feel a part of the project, and we can only do that if you make the effort to come and get involved. So you can always get involved in the channel, coming in the chat. You're also welcome on the channel. You can also send us fan clips of your match day experience, just short clips about your experience at match days. And you can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And you can get in touch with me there, and I will always make the effort to reply to messages from you guys on social media. But like I say, pretty much that's it for tonight, guys. If you're just joining us, like I say, please do consider hitting that like button and subscribing. Like I say, we are trying to build something different here, different to what other YouTubers are doing. With all respect to what they're doing, there's some great YouTubers out there doing some amazing stuff. But I've got some very unique ideas for what I want to build with the Fandom project, and I want it to be a channel where fans feel that this channel speaks for them and helps you, and also makes you guys feel a part of the project. That is very important to me. I'm not just talking the talk. As you will see, as the project progresses, I will also back that up with walking the walk as well. But like I say, it's easier to do it when you guys make the effort to get involved in the chat on the show. So thanks a lot, guys. Special thanks to Billy and Joey, and also quick shout out as well to Brian. New faces that we've seen tonight, as obviously Brian and Billy, and it's been great to see a few new fans in the chat tonight. So thanks a lot, guys. Look after yourself, and hopefully I will see you again soon on a future stream. All the best, and stay safe out there, guys. And that's it from me. Bye for now.